Welcome back. Here is my modded Leatherman Surge that I've been working on. I'll have more videos of this in the future. And my discontinued Leatherman OHT. And there is one feature that they have in common. They both have replaceable wire cutters. Okay, but did Leatherman get the replaceable wire cutters from someone else? Here are the 8-inch and 6-inch versions of the NeverSlip Works side cutter pliers from around 1920, and they have one outstanding feature that you've probably already noticed. They have replaceable wire cutters. Obviously, how you replace the side cutters on these and how you replace them on the Leatherman are different. Before we get into that, banana force scale. And also banana force scale. Please subscribe. Let's take a look at these two. First of all, let's remove the side cutters of our Leatherman here. So it's very simple. We just have a Torx screw here, very small, and it comes right out. Very small side cutters. You have a little hard cutter bit at the bottom, and they taper up so that it doesn't hurt the round teeth holders piece there. Okay, so that's that. Let's get a different screw in here. So here is the 8-inch version, and we'll remove these guys. So it's really in there. This is my first time since buying these that I'm actually going to remove these guys. I don't know why I was doing that difficultly. So you can see here, you have much bigger screws than what you had here. And you have much more metal compared to right here. Okay, so as you can see here, the NeverSlip cutters are quite a bit more beefy. But it's important to also note that the cutters of the NeverSlip are made of crucible steel, which is a product that isn't really made anymore, and the blades of the Leatherman are a far superior metal. So I think the design of the replaceable cutters is much better though for the NeverSlip, because with the exception of the screw, as I just mentioned, being so much larger than necessary, I feel like it's much stronger against rotational forces. And that being said, and I say that because if you look how much more metal is here presented along the whole shape of the pliers. Now you do have that whole board out there that doesn't have to be as large, but you have a lot more power here. Whereas here, see, you have the thickness here of the Leatherman, but here there's more of it that's cut away, reducing the strength in this area. Okay, and I actually see a lot of these pliers break in that area. Now, when I say rotational forces, I'm going to demonstrate on here, right? If I have something gripped, let's say these guys right here, and I'm trying to pull right there, you can see how that's turning. See how the tip of these two are not staying together and they're starting to rotate out of alignment on either way. And that's going to create rotational stress in this area, okay? And I don't know about you, but a lot of the time I'm using these pliers, I'm twisting or turning something. It's very often not that I'm just holding something still. Now, because of the way these guys are made, having so much beefiness there, if I'm twisting or rotating something here, I'm not worried about this piece failing. I understand that it's only half as thick there, but it's much closer. There's more material, so the chances of it breaking are much less. Okay? Um, I think the design of the replaceable cutters are better on the NeverSlips because of that. But to show you the teeth on these pliers here, you can tell that the tip where they've been gripping a lot is almost flat to the touch there. Same with the other side, and that's on the 8-inch. On the 6 inches, they're actually better because I don't think they were used as much, but you can see here those teeth need to be recut. I actually really like these pliers. I like everything about the design when it comes to the replaceable cutters. I wish they had better teeth and kind of thinner grippers. I tend to like less lineman style pliers and more kind of needle nosy pliers. But yeah, these are really great. Now, did Leatherman copy this idea? I think it's fair to say yes. Yeah, they did copy this idea, but not necessarily from NeverSlip. From my research, Leatherman came out with their first replaceable wire cutters, and I may be wrong here, but from what I've seen, they came up with their first replaceable leather cutters in about 2009 on the Leatherman Super Tool 300. And it seems that around 2002, Gerber, one of their main competitors, started putting replaceable wire cutters on some of their MP600 models. Now, I can't find more information about this, unfortunately, but it seems that Gerber did the replaceable wire cutters on a multi-tool first. Now, did Gerber copy this idea from NeverSlip? It's hard to say. I did find a patent for replaceable wire cutters by the company Utica, and that patent actually expired before these pliers were made. So you could even say, did NeverSlip copy Utica? Utica, it doesn't seem ever actually made pliers with this feature, even though they had the patent. But, you know, regardless of who copied who, it's very evident that Leatherman and Gerber definitely took the idea of replaceable wire cutters in their own directions. And a lot of people are happy with these additions to their tools. I myself am not a huge fan of these replaceable wire cutters, but a lot of people really are. Part of creativity is copying ideas from the past. And every invention ever has only existed because its creator combined the ideas, traits, or functionality, etc. of other things around them. I find great joy in my life in expressing myself and making the world around me a better place with my creativity. Thanks for watching.